This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so now you can create a project using UI also. So here, if you see that you can create manually this project and more options. So manually, you can create a, let's say, manual project. You can give it the name and key automatically. So this name and key is required actually. So you might have seen that when I was doing manual scanning through the command line, that time also this was required. This is required and then setup. Now, where is your source code? So how do you want to analyze this? So this project name and key, just you need to remember. And how do you want to analyze this? So you want with the Jenkins, you want through the GitHub actions, you want through the Bitbucket pipeline, GitLab CI. These are the code of Azure. I mean CI code, other CIs or locally. So this one I showed you last time. With the Jenkins also I showed you, but other way around actually. But if you click on, let's say I click on Jenkins. So now they gave me the instructions where you just select the platform. So let's say the code is in GitHub, and now you have to do this. We have done it by the way. So this plugin we installed it. Instructions you did it. This plugin we install it, and after that you have to configure this file. This file we also configured and so on. So this is the pipeline code. Okay. So do you have any idea about the pipeline concept?
No, not that much.
Yeah. So in every CI platform, we have a pipeline concept where you can write a code and create the thing. So first thing you have to create this pipeline. Okay. You have to follow this. So let's go to Jenkins. So let's first let's start from the fresh one more time and manual project with Jenkins. So I need one Jenkins should be running. So I have a Jenkins VM. Let's try to use it. So pipeline concept nowadays is being very popular, where you don't do through UI, but everything you do through the code actually. So system ctl start Jenkins. Okay, so this is the Jenkins. Okay, now Rajesh 123. So here we are selecting Jenkins. Now source code, select the DevOps platform, so GitHub. Okay. Now here it should be installed. So we have already installed. To run your project analysis with Jenkins, the following plugin must be installed, and that is this one. So let me show you. Last day also I showed you that was installed in my machine. So go to manage, install Sonar. See here, Sonarqube scanner for Jenkins. So this plugin is already installed. So last time I showed you using Jenkins, but this time you can write a code also. So again, for step-by-step guide for installing the configuring, you can do this on this stuff. We recommend using just open up this and configure this. So what you have to do, go to this is a work you have to do in Jenkins. So first you create a new item, pipeline job, build triggers, trigger build remotely. So for that, let's go to the Jenkins, new item, this Sonar GitHub demo this I'm doing. Click pipeline project, click OK. Now this is done. Now you have to go to the build trigger and here remotely. So here, this one. So you have instructions here. Build trigger, trigger build remotely, and you must set unique secret token for this field. So you can set some secret token for this field. So token generate online. 40 characters should be unique. So you can generate some token. So this is the token. I keep it. Here this you have to remember this. After that, put the SEM definitions and stuff like that, and Jenkins file. Now this is the file which you need, for the pipeline. Okay, so that is important for that. So how do you get this pipeline? So here you have to, under the pipeline, make sure the parameter is set as a SCM, configure the SCM, put the branch and script file Jenkins file. So how do you do this actually? For this, you need to have some project which should be having Jenkins file. So I have a project which you can use it for the demo like this, and the project is this one. This project is in Java. You have a Jenkins file. Now what is Jenkins file and all? I'm not getting into too much, but this is the file which basically build the project. Okay, that is something which you do. So this is the project. So let's do that. So go to the SCM point in the here, and now SCM get, and path of Jenkins file is, yes, here, and my file name is this one. So I modify this one. Just save it and done. So this is done, and save it. So this job is configured, okay, and based on the triggers. Now after that, click continue. Here you have to add a webhook. So this webhook based on the pushes. That means if anyone pushes to this GitHub repository, okay, then trigger should be calling that and add out webhook. So this is under which you want to trigger individual and pushes webhook. So you have to do this one. So let's create a GitHub webhook. So where to create a GitHub webhook? Go to setting, and you see these options, webhooks, and here this is the one which I did long back. So I'll delete this. Here. So this URL is very important. Copy, and this should be the server, and then job name, and then remaining. So this has to be in this format. You have to create it. So what to do? So uh, so I'll do one thing. I'll just rename this job and put it in this one, just so there's no special character. Okay, so now this is my server URL. So here this is the one. My job name is this one. And build token was this one. So this is the pattern which I'm having here. So go to the GitHub webhook creation page of the repository, enter the following information. So let's create this. So just a second. Go to the GitHub webhook creation page of your repository, enter the following information. So add payload URL. Secret. This instruction is outdated a little bit. So based on the push, yes, here. This is the push event and done. Okay, I'll come back this one later if it's not working. We'll see that. So now this is done. After that, add a webhook and continue. Now, where is your Jenkins file? So this you can go for create a Jenkins file for Maven. This I taught you how to build this. This is a code. The one which you see here is a code for triggering this Jenkins file. So I'll do one thing. I'm thinking. So create a so this file I'll not disturb, rather than create one Jenkins file just for the demo. Jenkins file and paste it. This is the code, actually pipeline code, which we need actually. This will only do the code analysis and commit. Done. So what I will do, I'll just go to here, my jobs configurations, and change these options from this one. And save it. Okay, so done. This code, basically this is the Jenkins pipeline code which will be running, and finish this tutorial. So now what will happen when you commit to the GitHub? Okay, when you commit to the GitHub and push the code, then automatically analysis will begin. So here you see commit and push your code to start the analysis. On each new push you make on the branch, whatever it is, this page will then refresh with analysis results. So it's kind of webhook you have tried. So now these are the four process. This is which I showed you for GitHub uh, and Jenkins. Something similar things you have for GitLab, Bitbucket, and other CI's tool also. Are you understanding?
Yes.
Okay. So now this is the commit and push, and this will start showing this. Let me show you the idea what we did, because these steps I don't know whether you're comfortable or not. So what we did, this is the Sonarqube. Okay, this is Jenkins, this is a GitHub, and this is you with your laptop. So what will happen when you push that code to the GitHub? Push, remember push event. I tried push event. I activated in. So GitHub, that repository, which repository? This repository. When you push that code, then there is one webhook got attached here. Here, this is the webhook. So because of webhook, this got attached. This will trigger the Jenkins job, the job which is here. This is the job. Okay, and secret I put it up somewhere here. So this will trigger that job in Jenkins. This job will do analysis. This job will do analysis. And in this job, what I have? In this job, I am having the code which will run this code. This code which I want to show you. This code is just now. I pushed it. And here. So this code, that it's a pipeline code. It says, okay, check out SCM. Check out SCM means check out this code, whichever you configure in Jenkins. That means this code itself. And here, check out this SCM. And here, this also you have to change the Maven. And this, I think you know this one, correct? This one. I demoed it last time. Hello.
Yes, I am listening. Yes.
Yeah. So this you are comfortable with it?
Yes.
Yeah. So the same thing they are doing through the Jenkins file, and done. So this is something which you can integrate with UI also. My approach was opposite way. This is the way, but it's up to you which one you are comfortable. So you can do it through that directly with the GitHub also. So this time now I'm going to show you the GitHub configurations. So this configuration is a little bit different. So the one which I showed you is this one. Now here you can do through, not through Jenkins, okay, not through Jenkins, but you can directly do through what do you say, GitHub only directly. So here you can give the project name, configuration name, and let's say GitHub something. And here you have to give the what is a GitHub API URL. Because I'm using github.com, I am not using enterprise one, so it will go to this one. And this is the API app ID, client ID, and secret. Now client ID and secret, where do you get it? So you have to go to the github.com, and here go to the setting and go to the options which is called developer setting, and you see this is the few things I created. long back. So you can delete this. I'm deleting this. How to delete? Uh, mm, delete project I'm not getting. So okay, I'll just check later. Let's create a new one. So this time, new integration. So this is I'm creating an app. So this is October, right? October 22. And this app I'm creating, and rest of the things as of now I'll leave it. Okay. And here webhook URL. So webhook URL should be the URL of your, this one. Okay. So callback URL. There should be the callback URL for it. So you can create a new app. October 2022 homepage URL. And callback URL, setup postulation. I'll just keep it everything. Webhook URL, everything same. And this is a app. Now this app will give me client secret here. So I can modify this settings later also if it's not working. Generate a new client. And this is your client which you have to feed this. So what is ID? App ID is this one. Okay, so you have to get this ID, client ID, and secret you have to generate it. So okay, sorry, client ID is this one, my bad. And secret is this one. Now using that, GitHub private key is not required, okay, because I keep this all stuff. So let me see that PEM file here. So let's give the PEM files also. This is the one. Done, and save configurations. Now, okay, so it says, hey, we don't have a permissions. And this is a really headache for that. So I have to go for and give the permissions. Where is the permissions? Huge list of permissions you'll have to give it, which is here. Now this is a really annoying work. So few permissions which you need it is a one-time activity though. These are the one. Okay, so here missing permissions, you have to give that permission. So how do you see that permission table? So for that, do that some documentations for this. So where is that? Just give me 2 seconds. So Sonarqube GitHub, when you type here, and this is a having whole documents, but I came for permission table. This is the whatever you see here. I have shown you this is the permission you need. So repository permissions, these are the one. Again, these are the one. User permission, these are the one. organization permission. So repository permissions, let's go and check. This is a huge list actually. Now check read and write. So check read and write. This is the only way you can get it done. Enterprise I'm not using, and for metadata read only. Metadata metadata read only. And pull request read and write. So pull request read and write. Commit status read only. So commit status read only. And now here for the private repository, this is not required because mine is public repository. This is a user permission. So email address read only. So go down. This is the user permissions. Email only, email address read only. And this is the organization permissions. Members read only. Members, go down. Minimize this. Minimize this. This is our permissions. And member only, members read only. And projects read only. Here. So now what will happen? Just save this others. Now what will happen? Now Sonarqube can access your this is a safe configuration rather. Refresh from GitHub. Oh, again I have to do that. Okay, so configuration name GitHub, API URL, this one, ID is this one, client ID is this one, secret this one, and private key this one, and save configuration. Permissions already I have given. Done. Now what will happen? Sonarqube can access your all of your repository. Okay, see here. And are you sure you want to authorize it? Yes, you have to authorize if you want integration. And now make sure the GitHub is installed. We could not load any organizations. Make sure GitHub app is installed in at least one organizations. Okay, so this issues is coming because of this is the app. This is the app, but it is not installed for any organization, that means GitHub organizations. So how can we install it? Now that process I forgot actually. Let me just check this. So go to this one and install app. Yeah, here. Okay, got it. And now here, this is the organizations. Install it. All repository or only selected repository. Done. So I created app. I installed to one of my organizations, and now I did that. Now can I refresh it? Yes. So now my Sonarqube will be able to access all of my repository. Okay, you see that these are the repository. Let me show you at the GitHub. this is my repository, and you see here so many. This is the org actually. Just a second.
It will scan remotely, or it will cache the code?
No, it will. That unfortunately for the community edition, it will only this till here only that feature is available. If you go for the developer and enterprise, then it will scan. So that is let me show you. So these are my repository DevOps-Scoop. So these are my repository, 44 repository. Now you can browse it through here. So now which one I want? So let's, I don't have a sample code here actually, but for the sake of any, let me try. Let's use this one. Hello World Java Maven. So here, do you have Hello World Java Maven? Hello. See. So let's use this one. And now set up selected repository. Now you have to follow this same process, the one which I showed you. So this feature, then why I showed you feature. So this feature will help you to scan and set up all the project from the Sonarqube perspective. Okay, if you are a CI expert, this feature is hardly playing any role actually. But because you can do the same thing with the Jenkins in a repository. But now if you are doing for Jenkins or GitHub Actions, now what is a GitHub Actions? So GitHub Actions is like a CI. So you can create a GitHub Actions. These are the steps. Okay. Now GitHub Actions and GitHub. So this is a place where actions here. So you are doing this project, right? GitHub Action. Now you have to do the GitHub Actions. One by one step you follow and do that. So the idea is very simple. Sonarqube will not host that code to run the analysis. Rather than they're using the CI capability. Okay. And GitHub Actions will scan the code in the GitHub infrastructure and then publish the report to Sonarqube. So that is a thing. So you have to create a secret in order to work with it. A new repository secret. This value generator token, add secret, new repository secret, and all. This I showed you manually how to generate a secret and use this. And then continue. This is your YAML file again of GitHub Actions. And this is the GitHub Actions code. Okay, so now what will happen in this picture? You are getting just an idea, nothing great. This is a GitHub. This is a Sonarqube. What you got at Sonarqube only instruction, and then this instruction you can get it from the website also, I mean Google also. So here they give you the pre-filled all these instructions, pre-filled. Okay, and this put this code here, run this anyways, and then this scan will happen in the GitHub. Report will be published to Sonar. Like, are you understanding?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So whichever way you want to do, this is just a widget. You can say widget, nothing more than that. Okay, so now this is something which you have. So yeah, if you know all these other tools also, you can use it. So I showed you Jenkins and GitHub. GitHub integration is there, so you can generate easily. That is the thing. And so this is the integrations is available. Now what is the difference between this and this? So this and this means the community and developer. So I will ask you to read this one, only this one. So here, whatever I showed you, it was this one. But in an developer editions, you have Sonar scanner running in GitHub Actions job can automatically detect branches or pull requests being built. So you don't need to specifically pass them as a parameters. So this is in developer editions. And also you can integrate with the Git and pull request. So something like this you have in the developer edition. If you want this feature to be checked off. Now this is the integrations and so on. Any questions so far?
No, it's okay.
Okay, so now one last feature which is pending in Sonarqube, and that is called test coverage. Test coverage. So where exactly that is, I want to show you, and then we'll have one break, and then we'll come back. So test coverage. What is test coverage? What is code coverage, and how it works and all. So I'll show you that one. But where exactly? So here you have a test coverage. You see, 0%. Here you have 0%. Here Maven project I had a 60%. So what is this? So click on the Maven projects and go to the project setting, okay, and go to the general setting, and here you see Jacob. This is something which you have, okay. So this is called test coverage, code coverage, okay. So this part I'll show you in some time. I mean, let's have one break and let's meet up after break and then I'll discuss that. Okay. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay, so let's meet up in 10 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, but test coverage, will you explain more for it?
Yes, that's a whole session.
Okay.